What is going on, guys? FallenRedZeo here, and today we're doing another LEGO video. This time we have the X-Wing Starfighter set 75218, and so this is one of the newer sets, not a brand new one or anything. This came out in the last wave of Star Wars LEGO sets that was released, and I got a bunch of LEGO sets for Christmas, and this is one. I actually bought this one for myself with gift cards I got from Christmas, but this is the X-Wing Starfighter, which I've never had an X-Wing with LEGO sets. I've had all sorts of Star Wars LEGOs, but never an X-Wing, so I was super excited when they released this set because I'm like, I'm finally going to be able to get one, and I like the characters and everything that comes with it, so that's why I decided to get it. So if we look down here, we've got characters, so we got two different sets that go with the X-Wing, so you can choose different sets. So of course we have Luke and R2-D2, which of course Luke goes in the pilot seat and then R2 in the back, but then you can also choose Biggs, which of course is a friend of Luke's from Tatooine and is in the rebellion and everything. So we got Biggs Darklighter and then R2-Q2, which you can then use as his droid in the back. And we'll look at the back of the box here, and there you can see kind of more details of the X-Wing and stuff and all the different things that it can do that we'll take a look at once it's built and everything. So we're going to do this like we've done the past LEGO sets, where I build this in a time lapse so you can, you know, see it could be built and everything, and then at the very end we'll look at and review and see all that it does. So let's go ahead and get into it. And it's now complete, so I hope you enjoyed that little build there, or time-lapse of. So we're going to go ahead and look at the different things. We'll start off, I guess, with Biggs and R2-Q2. So here's Biggs first. So of course, if you remember Biggs from the movie Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, or just the Star Wars movie, they've got Biggs, where of course, like I said, he was a friend of Luke's on Tatooine, which was in a deleted scene where we saw him, but then he went to join the Empire, but ended up defecting to the rebellion, so now he's a rebel, and you see Luke meet him on Yavin and everything, and so they join back up again as friends and stuff. And so we've got him in the pilot outfit here. He does come with a gun as an accessory. He's got his signature helmet there. As you can see, it's kind of got like the racing checkered flag there, but in yellow and black instead. And that's just, you know, the typical rebel pilot outfit going on outfit-wise there. There's print on the back. You can see print all around the helmet. It looks really nice. And then, of course, his face, if I can get the helmet on, which I do like now. They have this sculpted orange glass into the visor here. It's sculpted in there. It's not attached, but you can see the thing in there. And then we got, of course, two faces there for Biggs, like a smile type thing and a grimace there, but I like the normal one, so pop that back on, and then I'll take him and just pop him into the pilot seat of the X-Wing here, even though it doesn't fit, but we'll look at that in a second. I don't think he'll fit in there because of the gun and everything, so let's set that in there. Then we have R2-Q2, which again is a droid I've never known about or seen her and stuff, but you can see it's a gray or silver type droid, just like R2-D2, Astromech droid. But just like it's got metallic legs and a head, and then the body's just a solid flat gray color with on the print here on the front, and then again print all the way around the head for the droid head, and then nothing on the legs or anything. And so I'll go ahead and sit him back in there, so that way we can just get them out of the way. So he just obviously sits in the pilot or in the seat there for that. Then we'll take a look at R2, which of course is the classic version of Astromech that we like, R2-D2 there. So he's got the metallic silver head there, of course with the paint or decal or whatever, I forget what you call it, thing all the way around there, the print, I guess, and then he's got a print on the front there, the classic R2, just white legs and white body. So just, average R2-D2. Then we've got Luke, of course. So we've got Luke here. He comes with a lightsaber, which I do like these clear lightsabers much better than the older ones. And then, again, the same type of little pistol gun there. Again, he's in the same Rebel pilot outfit. The helmet is, pretty much same design. It's just obviously got different printing. So it's got the Rebellion logos there. Some different designs there on the side of the helmets. The red stripe down the center. So different there. Again, printing on the back of the outfit as well. And then it just looks really nice in a pilot's outfit. And it's weird. I mean, I know at this point in the movie and stuff, he has the lightsaber, but he never uses it beyond, like, training and stuff. So I always feel weird when they give him the lightsaber when it's a part of the New Hope movie. And then, so we got both of those that will sit aside. We'll kind of move them out of the way so they can fit. And then we've got the actual X-Wing, which is pretty dang cool. I did have some, not issues, but like boring issues of it being boring building it, because that's one of my things. I love the look of Star Wars ships and everything, but they get so repetitive, especially when they have wings. So like this, you had to build 4 separate wings. So you just had to repeat the exact same task 4 times over and over again. And that part of Legos gets really boring and repetitive and annoys me, but I think this looks super cool. And I'm glad that I've waited this long to get this version. Of course, they have the UCS collection, but of course that costs hundreds of dollars, and I don't have that much money to take or to buy this and stuff. So I'm glad I got this version because I think it looks really nice, and I like that it comes with Biggs and everything because I like the minifigs a lot, and so I'm glad that I got this one. So we'll look at some features here. So of course we saw the cockpit glass or whatever here does lift up instead of sliding, I think, like it does in the show or in the movies, but it does just lift up there and you can get the person. There is like a little fire extinguisher back in there, and then there's a screen. I don't know if I can even get it to show, but there's a little screen there printed on a Lego piece there. Then of course the seat for the Astromech to go in there, and then we have this little thing, which I don't like that this is open. I wish there was some sort of covering or something, but of course with what it does, you can't really do any of that. We'll look at guns real quick. So it does have these 2 guns here on the side. They're these stud shooters, so you can obviously press on them and shoot these little studs off and everything. And then we also have these shooters on each of the wings, which I hate these things so much. I think they look good when they're in there, but if you accidentally bump these and stuff, it shoots them out, and I don't want to shoot that right now or anything. But they obviously have the missile shooters there. There's 1 on each wing, so 1, 2, 3, 4 on one on each of the wing there. Oh, the X-Wing's gonna crash into you. So that looks really nice. I like this whole new design here on the front. These like circle parts for the engine, and then you put these little ice picks in for this that look, again, just add more detail, and it just looks super nice. I really like that. Enjoy it. Here's a look at the back. Of course, I love the whole translucent pink little I forget what these shapes are called. I call them like Christmas tree shapes or something, just little cones, but I like the look of that on the back. It reminds me a lot of the X-Wing, and I like all the stuff here. We have these little guns. They're just guns that you put into the clips and stuff to hold on, but it makes it look like tubing, so I like that a lot, that they've used guns for other purposes, and it matches with that quite a bit, and it looks really awesome. And again, there's just look at the back of the wings. Again, that's where the shooters go, the missiles. And then I wish they'd sometime be able to figure out how to get stuff to shoot from these, or do it from this instead, since that's where the missiles actually shoot out from and everything. But let's take a look at the bottom now. Again, there's not much to look at on the bottom here. The biggest thing is probably the landing gear here. So we have the little foot, the landing gear. I assume you can fold up into there like that, and then fold it down and flatten it, so then the X-Wing can stand. And then it does also have 2 additional feet down here at the bottom, and then of course this that we'll see in a second for the biggest part of this whole thing, and that is what we'll look at now, which is of course the whole X-Wing. Oh, I did like the whole front stuff. Of course there's stickers there, there's stickers on the tops here, and as you can see, we've got Red 5 here, so this is actually Luke's X-Wing, but I like how they throw this in here too. So if you want it to be Biggs, you can put the Red 3 in there as well, so you just switch the pieces out with the 3 instead of the 5, and so then you can have Biggs is X-Wing instead of Luke's Red 5 X-Wing. Of course the 5 dashes there marking that, but I will be keeping Luke in here, so I'm just leaving it on that. So to the wings is what this little contraption is for, which is the whole thing. We've got rubber bands again, which I remember back on the I forget what's called, the Arc Starfighter, I think, or something from episode 3, the clone ship. I had that, and it used these type things for the wings as well. Of course, it was a little thing you twisted, and they gently spun these things open to hold the wings. But I really like this contraption. So to open the wings, you just press on this here, and you just completely press it forward. And as you can't get it into the camera here, so we'll press it forward, and you can see the wings open. And it pushes that little peg down there into the bottom. This one completely down. I don't know. I don't know what you could do to get the feet to hold. So if you wanted it to stay with that, because the that thing down here kind of, you know, adds a thing to keep it up off the ground, and then it also adds a like kind of like a foot holder with the 2 wings over on the sides here. But I wish the front you could adjust maybe a little more. I have it at an angle to be able to hold it, so you can get it to sit like that with the wings open in the X shape, obviously, if you wanted to. So there's a look at the shape of the X-wing. And again, I like it that has these, if I can get the light to show in there, it's hard to see. So you have this piece in here. It's a tri little piece, so thing with 3 little pegs coming off it. You stick one into the contraption that turns it, and then of course the 2 have some stuff on it. So then you can obviously see as you twist it, it turns to the side. And so of course I like with the design, it locks in there, because the old Arc one was a ball, so it would, even if you did it, it would slip past and the wings would start to shut again. But this time it sticks in there, and it's kind of like, and it snaps. As you can see, it snaps really hard back into place because of the rubber bands. But it just like locks in there because of these ledges that it sits on. So it just quickly just snaps back once you get it done. And then you can either pull it back on this part at the top here, just pull it back, or you can push into the bottom, which will push it, because those things work together, pushing back and forth on each other. So again, I really like that a lot in this thing. Like I said, I'm so glad I finally decided to get this X-Wing, because I really enjoy it, and I really like the look of it overall. I think it looks probably the most realistic X-Wing that there's been, and I just am completely in love with this. And again, I like the additional set of figures because I like the Pilot Luke, and I like Biggs as well thrown in there along with it. So that is awesome. So that's, I guess, going to be it for this video. So you can check out more videos on the channel. I've got 3 Harry Potter sets to do that I got for Christmas. Again, this one I bought myself for Christmas with money I got. And then, of course, there are the new Lego sets coming out, which there are a couple I want to buy. Not too many, but just some of the cheaper sets. So I may do videos on those as well. So plenty of Lego channels coming up on the channel. So if you want to, please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Lego build videos. But if you like this video, though, let me know in the comments down below. Leave a thumbs up for me. And don't forget, like I said, to subscribe if you want to see more. I also play the Lego game. So if you like Legos overall and you want to see different forms of Legos with building and playing the Lego games and everything, you can go ahead and subscribe to that. But thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.